Due to high demand, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. So many people tuning in to the first episode was a real treat. Hi, Mom. But hey, today we have new faces, new stories, and the same old me. If you can't sleep tonight, stay up with me and relax. My name is Gus Marceau, and this is Up All Night, Episode 2. Midterms have just finished, and word on the street is that Voiland College of Engineering just lost 37% of their bright-eyed, gifted students that always had school come easy to them. A tragic loss. No doubt everyone who said they've never had to study rocked those midterms. On a brighter note, psychology major enrollment has gone up an equal 37%. To avenge his athletic prowess, Patrick Mahomes shattered Rashee Rice's kneecap by shoulder charging into his leg, making a firm statement of what happens when you put his State Farm endorsements at risk. May we pray a discount double check save Rice's speedy recovery with all the money he saves bundling home and auto. Jake from State Farm will be dropping the khakis and putting on pads to replace Rice at this time. Infrastructure. It's at the heart of every great city. Rome had aqueducts and they can create sewage systems. Asian civilizations had the Silk Road for all trade and the mutual growth of humanity. It's quintessential. Pullman? Well, Pullman has the concept of fixing it downtown. They ripped up what worked and forgot that it looked better the first way. Ease of transportation was just getting a little too handy around there. But don't worry, pedestrians, your upgrade is some slightly larger sidewalks so that fourth friend of the group can feel included and doesn't have to lag behind. But hey, let's look on the bright side. Maybe it's only local government that's extra slow. And stop me if you've heard this one before, a lawsuit is being made against TikTok from over a dozen states claiming the app is addictive and unhealthy for children. If at first you don't succeed, try again, I guess. But look, I appreciate the government pretending to be like the underdog against social media. You know, the people that can put you in prison for life just 'cause, or making political debates like prize fights for heavyweight champs, or they can disrupt development of countries for a fruit company. Well, these same guys are just now figuring out that a kid can lie about their age on the internet. Well, wait until they find out TikTok is not the first site for people to do that. But hey, good on them for acting quick on this situation. I heard news that they want to look into Vine next. You know, catch them before they get too big to fail. And with self-driving vehicles on the rise, a leading expert is asking for these vehicles to be required to take a driving test before being on the road. A leading expert called that for that? An expert in what? An expert in road safety? Artificial intelligence? Cars? Who lives their life where they become an expert here? I appreciate his sacrifice to the world. When we needed a guy who was equally involved in road safety and robots most, well, we found him. I'm sure the women must flock to him. All right, well, vertical threat Colson Brunner will be joining us in the studio today, teaching us what it takes to be out there on the field. We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah!
Colson Brunner, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a senior in school here. I'm on the football team, number 40. I'm a long snapper, so a lot of people don't know what that is. Basically, I bend over, face the wrong way, and I throw footballs in between my legs to the punter on punts or to the holder on field goals and PATs. I'm originally from Katelyn, Washington, really small town. Really not much going on besides apples, cherries, pears, and that's really about it. So yeah, I transferred to Wazoo from the University of Oregon, where I played football there. And then before that, I played football at Central Washington University, and I've had a pretty interesting journey. So yeah, just excited to be here and get interviewed by, the Almighty. So it's pretty sweet.
That's the first time I've been called that, but we'll change that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
What got you started into long snapping? Was it just tossing the oranges and pears that you could find around your hometown? Or?
Yeah, it was basically when I figured out that I wasn't going to be like 6'4", 6'5", be a big guy in the trenches playing O-line or D-line. I was like, I kind of got to figure out how to make it to college football with my stature. And so my dad was like, I had a buddy who did this thing called long snapping. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So didn't really take it seriously. Just did it in like middle school and early on in high school. Then sophomore year, when I really figured out I was going to be 6'4", 6'5", it was like, okay, let's take this thing up. So started going to camps, got ranked nationally, got some pretty good exposure. Then from there, it's just kind of started my journey of being an upside down quarterback. So.
Now, I know you were talking about how you had a genuine passion for special teams, and you just talked a little bit before we started the cameras rolling about how like you would really love to be a special teams coach.
Yeah.
Would you mind telling me a little bit more about like how you got there or like why you want to be that?
Yeah, so it's just kind of like when you're in meetings for how many hours that we're in meetings, you pick up a lot of things. And I've always had a passion for special teams because that's what I play.
Sure.
So I'm automatically going to be drawn to that. I mean, love offense, love defense, played it in high school, but it's not really my passion. Special teams is, even though it couldn't be boring.
Right.
But like scheming up like a kickoff return team or figuring out like what's a fake that we can run on a field goal, that stuff is so cool to me. And so little things like that is just like something that I find very, like it's fun basically.
Sure.
And my roommate, Chase Whitmers, he's a special teams student assistant here at Wazoo. And so I also kind of get to, learn a little bit more off of him as he's learning this stuff too. And I haven't been able to get any ideas in. I'm trying to get a long snapper eligible fake. Hasn't happened yet. But I mean, it's something that I've always been, a little bit enthused by. It's something that I would, like to do for a future job. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, if say things go really, really bad and you got to get, some brutal players from your team, say like, zombie apocalypse or something, who would you bring out? Like, who are some of the coaches or the players that would just be essential, like, really hard hitters?
Christian Hilborn.
Christian Hilborn.
Easily.
Okay.
He looks like a lumberjack. Big beard. Big, like, another, like, infectious personality. Like, it's a guy that I would like to be around if I was in, like, a doomsday bunker.
Okay, good, yeah.
And, like, when it comes down to it, I know, like, Christian can, handle the business. And then another one is, like, somebody who I could envision could, like, live off the land is Dean Janikowski.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen, but Dean has these, like, ridiculous things that he makes. Like, he made a jet john. So basically, he took a jet ski motor and put it in a little, like, 12-foot boat. And he did it all by himself with his brother, too, Jack. And they did this together, made this crazy cool boat. We were taking out on lakes this summer. He rips it up and down the Clearwater River. It's awesome. So he's another guy that, like, he's a good handyman to have around.
Sure.
And, like, something that people don't know, when Dean needs to get physical, I know he's just a kicker. He's more than a kicker. I'm telling you that.
He's a man.
Absolutely. He is a dude. So, like, if Dean needs to get his hands dirty, he'll do it.
Okay.
And so those are the top two I would pick right now.
So don't get too mad at the kicker if he misses a field goal. He can take you out.
Dean will do some stuff.
Okay.
And I say that jokingly, but no, when it comes down to business, Dean will handle it.
Talk about long snapping, we're talking about football. I want to see your skills put to the test. All right. It's an easy fix. You ready?
Sure.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's roll. Okay. I know I'm going to be a master at this. Teach me how to long snap.
Yeah, so basically are you right hand dominant?
Yes.
So with your right hand, here, catch this. If you're going to throw me a pass, that's exactly how you're going to snap the football with your right hand.
Okay.
So your right hand's going to go on the ball exactly how you throw a spiral. So like if I'm going to throw a ball to you, this is how I hold it. It's the same way I hold it for snapping. Okay. And then your left hand's a little weird. So left hand you can kind of change and you can kind of vary how you do it. Some guys do it where they put their middle finger on the middle of the seam. Some guys have it up here. Some guys have it down here. Personally, I split my pointer and my middle on the seam.
Okay.
And then I have it, like the tip of my pointer finger is kind of aligned with my thumb.
Okay.
That just what works for me.
Make a little right angle.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So then when you actually go to snap the ball, so what you're going to want to do, like if you're snapping a football,
right,
when you finish, it's like a drill that we do, we'll do like a forehead. So like I'll put the ball on my forehead and I'll snap it. But when I finish, like you'll see, like When I finish, my hands go out.
Okay.
It's like you're basically like just throwing hands at your target.
Okay.
You don't have
Stop
to think
it.
of it as if you're like trying to flip off the guy who's trying to catch the snap.
Okay.
So just whoosh.
Got it.
That's your finish. We call that like the barrel. You can think of it as like a rifle barrel. It's like wherever this goes, it's where the ball's going to go.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. So, like this is one of the drills. Like this is like the foreheads that I was telling you about. So
Yeah.
it's exactly how it sounds. I put it on my forehead, and then finish.
So much faster than I thought. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I wish you like the best of luck.
Oh.
Because I mean these are pretty.
Luck. Don't need it.
These are some of the easier ones to
See,
catch.
I'm catching them now.
They're not going as fast. Oh, you won't catch the next ones.
Okay.
It's not that I don't have faith in you. It's that I don't have faith in you.
Hey, and that's all right. You said that I look like I run long distance.
Give or take, yeah.
That's we'll take it.
That's probably the best compliment I can give you about your physical attributes as an athlete.
Yes. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. Okay. So I know usually, but you're on the ground usually doing this,
Yes.
right?
So my butt will be facing you.
Okay.
Which is a great thing because it's probably like my best asset is my rear, you know? So I get to face it at who I'm throwing it to.
I'm just, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So then spread my legs out.
Okay.
I squat down.
And I'm somewhere around here, right? I've seen enough football. It's around here.
Like you're a little bit close.
Well,
So again, I wish you the best of luck.
how far back am I supposed to be?
Typically we're 7.5 yards. I would say this is maybe like 3 to 4.
Okay.
So you can do the math. It's gonna be fast.
Okay.
All right.
Here, I'll scoot back.
So this is kind of what like a field goal snap would be. I get down, and then just flash your hand whenever you're ready.
Good.
Okay,
I almost had that.
That one got a little squirrely. Okay.
That was on you. I would have had that.
Yeah, no, blame it on me. Blame it on the snapper.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Whew.
We get blamed for a lot of things.
Man,
I'll snap a better one to you.
thank you.
Where do you want to catch us at? Just tell me.
Like out here.
Okay, I can do that. I hope I can do that. It's kind of my job, you know.
Don't worry, because I'll do mine. All right.
Just flash your hand
my hands when I'm ready.
See, that was right at your hands.
Yeah.
And I know it was. I saw it.
And it was.
You're like blocking it at this point.
Yeah. Well,
See, that's a catastrophic if you're like having to block it with
I hit
your
it
hands.
right back to the D line.
That's bad. That's really
That
bad
would have been
ball.
really bad.
Yeah. You'd get fired.
Well, okay.
Respectfully.
That's all right. I'll go back to long distance running. All right, one more here.
Yep. See, that's when you just like cover it and you get into a fetal position.
Well, I can't get it back here.
Huh?
Assumingly, my O-line would do such a good job that they and then that guy just comes in and takes it, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're nowhere near from the spot where the kicker's going to kick it, but like...
Yeah, he'd have to run up like 8 yards.
Yeah, he'd be back at his steps like, what the heck is that? And try to kick it. Yeah.
Oh, man, we were so close. We can just toss it here. I just have a couple questions.
It was a valiant effort. I give you props.
I appreciate
Not
that.
a lot of people can sit back there and take the beating that they'll get on their hands from the football.
So when you sit right on the line,
Yep.
a lot of the like mic'd up moments on SportsCenter, some of the funniest things I'll ever see, is the conversations that happen between like the O-line, the D-line. Mm-hmm. Is there any sort of thing that you could say on camera?
Yeah.
That like is there any sort of conversations or something that just has still stuck with you to this day?
I remember in high school, I would have conversations about where we would go get food after the game.
All
That's
of
a
you?
good one. Just like whoever's around, because usually it's big boys that are next to me. So it's like, you guys want to go to Denny's tonight and go get like a Grand Slam or something? Like that'd be cool, right? But then, there's also some other fun ones when guys get to, they say a girlfriend's name or
Get
your
personal.
sister's hot, like a little something like that. And personally, I just like to ag them on. It's like I'll continue the conversation like, oh, so-and-so, like it's like I say it's a girlfriend's name or something.
Well,
like, yeah, she's a great lady. She's awesome. Like, it's a good time. Some of my favorite ones to do is if I'm running down on a punt and the returner's back there, he's waiting to catch the ball. Before he catch it, I'll say some of the craziest things that come to mind. And like, scientifically, you're supposed to say like, oh, drop it.
Right.
It's like, if you say it, they're gonna hear it, they're gonna think it. Oh wait,
I'm gonna drop
this ball. Yeah. But like, there's a lot of times where I'll just say like some really interesting things. So I'll just run, you're so handsome. Huh? What? Like,
Get a guttural reaction from him instead.
Yeah. There was one time my sophomore year, I told a guy, I think I told him he had like nice legs or something. Just something like borderline, like, is this okay to say? Like it was something interesting.
Well, no one else is out in the field. They're not going to know. It's fine.
No. But then after the play, he looked at me and he was like, what is wrong with you? So many things, dude. I got a lot of things wrong.
God, the spiral's impeccable from your forehead every time.
Yeah. I mean, you have to think this is literally my job.
Right. No, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Like, you're a great interviewer because that's your job, right?
Well, thank you.
Meanwhile, this is mine. This is what I do. This is basically my 9 to 5.
And you're still enjoying it?
Love it.
Perfect.
Love it.
Well, Colson, thank you so much for coming in. We really do appreciate it. And I wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate
being
it.
Special teams coach and everything.
Yeah,
Thanks
you.
for playing for our team.
Yeah, of course. Go Cougs.
Right when we come back, we will see if we can convince the public to change a little bit about the English language. We'll be right back. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Clydesdale. I have a plethora of skills and hobbies, but by far, my favorite are operating the jazz flute and playing the forklift. Currently, I'm employed at the one and only Foot Locker. The only reason I work at Foot Locker is because I get to wear the referee uniform.
Oh, are we rolling? Hi, I'm Steven. I am an injury attorney by day and an animal by night. My mom is my best friend, and I am looking for someone to spend time with and not to brag, but I know my way around a kitchen.
Hey, my name's Barbara, short for Barb. Actually, I guess it's long for Barb. I'm really just looking for a guy who just understands who I am. You know, like that's just never the case for me. A lot of people say that I'm too much for them, but maybe they're just not enough for me.
What's up? I'm Donovan. I'm a professional amateur rock climber, and I like to, on the weekends, go to the skate park and give people unsolicited advice on their technique. Will you be my belay?
I'm Danny Aponte, and I'm desperate. Please, 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 please.
I'm Matthew Mendoza, a Spanish professor. Sí, that means yes, to whatever you want.
Hello, my name is Dmitry. I come from Russia looking for love. I am not part of KGB. That would be silly. I love America and rock music. I do not like KGB.
My name is Katelyn. I bake cookies real good.
Would you believe me if I said off camera I asked this guy to homecoming? Well, if you don't, check out our TikTok, upallnight_WSU, and we'll prove you wrong. But hey, look, the past is the past, and we need to focus on the future, changing what needs to be changed for the betterment of mankind. Today, Matthew Mendez took to the streets to pursue one of his greatest passions, adding a T to sandwich. I'm as curious as you are to see his success rate. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Matthew Mendez, an advocate for a very specific thing. You see, over the past hundreds of years, the English language has evolved and adapted greatly. Words like abdicate and electroencephalogram have all been added to our English language, but I'm here for one very specific reason, to add a T to sandwich with the power of toasters. Would you guys be interested in a quick presentation for a free toaster? No, thank you. Signed by Gus Marceau, the host of Up All Night Mondays, am I right? Excuse me. Would you like to help me add a T to sandwich? Please, please, please. Help me add a T to sandwich. Should probably add that last part in.
How long?
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 seconds. 3 seconds.
All right, go 3
Quickly.
seconds.
All right. Would you like it for a quick presentation? 1 minute.
I don't want the toaster, but I'll listen.
You'll listen to the presentation? Lovely. Could we show you guys a quick presentation?
You could show them.
We could show them, of course.
Yeah, show them.
Would you like you get a free toaster. This one's actually signed by the Queen of England.
Oh, that's crazy.
She quoted, being 100-year-old sucks. Here, come over here. Come over here. Oh, you're just kicking their toaster. Excuse me? Would you guys be interested in a quick 1-minute presentation for a free toaster?
Why not?
All right. So,
we want to help you out.
Oh, thank you so much. It's for a very important cause.
Okay.
We know what that is, right?
That looks like a sub sandwich.
That is a sub sandwich. What's the name of this?
Sandwich.
All right. Now, can you name that for me?
Beach.
Oh, close.
Bank. Sand.
Yes, it's sand. What's the name of that fellow?
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Yes, a witch. So you're onto something right now.
Yep.
So we know that sand plus witch equals sandwich. But herein lies the problem.
Okay.
Sandwich.
What the frick, bro?
I know! To my LinkedIn profile photo. Right now, it's currently having some struggles. What would you recommend would be the best change for businesses to actually hire me?
Maybe change your background.
Okay, the background.
Eye contact.
Eye contact.
Take off the headphones.
Okay.
And let's see your whole profile.
My whole profile, yes, yeah. Will you help me make a change? Would you sign this petition?
Yeah.
Thank you, please, please.
Those bastards thought they could leave out tea.
Oh my gosh. This toaster is signed by the one and only Dom, and he said do not be like Diddy Kong. So
Amen
keep
to
that, and here's your free toaster.
Are you serious?
Yes, of
Thank you,
course.
brother.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Well, have a good one, guys.
Yes, make sure, add a tea and sandwich.
Add a tea and sandwich.
Lovely. Would you help me make a change in adding the tea into sandwich and signing this petition? Sure. Perfect. Signature number 5. We're only 100,000 away to make a profitable change to Webster Dictionary. Thank you, lexicographers. Oh, thank you so much.
Sandwich.
Maybe 2 teas. That might be a little too crazy. Yes. Thank you so much.
We're not getting the toaster.
No, you sure are. This is signed by Gus Marceau, host of Up All Night Mondays. Am I right? Would you sign this petition, please?
Sure, why not?
This is the 11th signature of the petition. Do you know what that means? Free Preparation H, the sponsor of adding a tea to sandwich. And you get a toaster signed by the Queen of England. Would you add the tea into sandwich and sign this petition?
Dude, I would happily.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It belongs.
And this toaster has a supportive quote in it. It says, I used to think in life the worst thing was to be alone. It's not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people who make you feel alone. So your toaster can remind you of that every single day.
Thank you so much.
Thank
bro.
you. Yes.
I needed this.
Of course.
I haven't had a toaster in forever.
There you go. Thank you. Would you guys like to sign? I'm out of toasters, but I have foreign change from random countries. Yes. Oh.
You should read that name out
Oh,
loud.
thank you. Oh. Here, have some foreign change from random countries.
Read the name out loud.
Dean Goldberry.
Dinkleberry.
Dinkleberry. Oh, Dinkleberry signed our petition. Here lies our problem. Sandwich. No tea. What's so sad is many generations before us and after us have never been able to feel the true power of sandwich with a tea. We got 13 signatures, 900, 9,900, 9,917 more to go. So, please, find your local sandwich dealer and sign the petition. I'm Matthew Mendez. Back to Gus. Thank you.
You know, don't tell Matthew I said this, but that went better than I expected. And that's all we have for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for staying up with me tonight. For those of you who survived your midterms, congratulations. Don't worry too much, but finals are only 8 weeks away. I gotta go put an ice pack on my head. If you guys missed it, he kind of clocked me right here. But that's all we have. Be sure to check out our Instagram, TikTok. We got a bunch on there. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.